I said, congrats, phenomenal performance this past weekend. Sub two time. You're heading to the World Championships. Just talk about the emotions and I guess going out there and competing with the best of the best.
Yeah, I feel like I'm still kind of trying to process everything. It's been like a lifelong dream to be at this stage, even like lining up with these women. I look up to them a lot. I respect them so much, and it's just being able to have them, we push each other at the end of the day. Like we're all pushing each other to run fast times. So, yeah, I'm just so excited to finally break that 2 minute barrier. I feel like that's been like a goal of mine for a while now since college. And I think like, I was going out there and hoping to either run a fast time or have a good placing or just like leaving it all out on the track. And the fact that we got both, I'm just very grateful and just very happy to like have those results. Yeah.
Sub 2 minutes time and just talk about the emotions. You look up at the times, you see
Yeah.
under 2 minutes, what's going through your mind in that moment, and talk about the journey to get there too.
Oh my gosh, yes. I look up, I hug my friend Nia and like I was just so happy to be able to finish like, the race and like give it my all. And then she's like pointing at the scoreboard and she's just looking, she's like, look at the results. And I'm like, wait, what? I was kind of like out of it a little bit. I couldn't believe what had just happened. So I was just really excited. I was just over the moon excited. And then I look over at the time, I'm like, wait, really? And I feel like it took me a while to process like the kind of like the 2 minute barrier, breaking the 2 minute barrier. And I was talking about it with my teammates afterwards and just my friends and just like saying like that. I don't know, just my coaches, they were telling me, my coach Danny, he told me like that was a possibility and that was like something that I could do this season if I wanted to. And, when your coach tells you that, it just gives you so much more like motivation and just encouragement and like self-belief. And I feel like that's something that I needed to work on a lot this past year. And, just I'm glad it clicked at the right time. But yeah.
You mentioned your coach, your teammates. Just talk about that support system. You've kind of, it seems like you guys got a good bond there, and being in a new
Yeah.
city away from home. Just talk about how much of a help that's been for you, especially.
Oh my gosh, I can never shut up about my team and my coaches. Like they honestly, I cannot tell you how blessed I am to like be in a team in an environment where I feel like 100% supported by the brand, by the coaches, by my teammates who are like, they just happen to be my teammates because they're my friends first. And it just really feels like a close-knit group and I can hang out with them outside of running and like talk about other stuff and literally like text them and like meet up for coffee or anything because that's how close we are and just I'm just very lucky to have people who are just as disciplined and just like have huge goals. I feel like it's just makes me feel like our goals align and our like it's contagious, like the discipline that they have, like how they carry themselves, how they respect themselves as athletes and as competitors, like that helped me a lot to respect myself and like believe more in myself as a professional athlete, because at the end of the day that's what we are, and take myself seriously. And it's been so helpful. Like my coaches and my teammates, they respected me and like just as much as they respected me from the moment they signed me. No matter if I was having a very tough season. Last year was probably like rock bottom for me. It was very tough to transition as a rookie and just like go through all those changes from like moving away from home and starting a new training, new coaches, new teammates. And at first, it wasn't clicking for me internally because I don't think I had that self-belief and that it was just a lot of mental struggles. But I look back at it and I see all of my teammates, all my coaches respecting me just as much, and they never saw me as less or anything. So I just really am blessed to have the team that I have and just like the people in my corner. So yeah.
I want to take it back to the Olympic trials. You got to compete with some of the best of the best. It didn't end the way you wanted to, but just talk about
Yeah.
what you took away from there and how you kind of been able to apply it to this season and now heading to the World Championships.
Oh yes, for sure. I feel like last year not a lot of things were planned. Like everything was like, just take it day by day. And um, I was able to qualify for the Olympic trials. So I was just very excited to step on the line. And I think that going through the rounds is just mentally tough, just very exhausting. You have to reset after every round and, go back and get top three, get top two, or, just qualify. I don't think I was looking back at it now. I don't think I was mentally ready for that and or just mature enough to go through the rounds. Um, but I feel like I was very tough on myself back whenever I had finished competing and just like going through my season last year. But because I went through all of that, like I think that was such a crucial moment for me to go through because now, I use all of that, what I learned and just like what I learned from tactics to like how I felt emotionally to control like my nerves and everything like that. And that really helped me this year, especially at this competition and just like warming up. The pre-race nerves are so real. And just like, looking around, you see all these amazing competitors and you can't help but feel like nerves and feeling like, are you actually ready for this? Like, and I think something I learned is that if you're really nervous and if you really care about something, it's because like, you're ready for it. I think um there's never going to be like a perfect moment, but you have to trust the training, like, the training you've been doing, like all the mental work you've been doing, all the people you have in your corner who are encouraging you. And I feel like that's uh, enough reason for you to like believe in yourself.
Definitely. And when you signed with this professional team, you did so with
Mhm.
that goal of reaching the Olympics, representing your country.
Yeah.
You had a chance to try on that Team USA uniform, and what's the
Yeah.
reaching that milestone?
Yeah, no, definitely. Whenever we were going through the recruiting process after college, like that's definitely something on the table. And my coach and I, my college coach, she helped me so much. She's like a second mom to me, and she helped me going through, the contracts and everything like that. And she sat me down. She told me, she's like, "Is this really what you want to do? Because this is going to be tough. This is going to be a tough road. Like, this isn't for everyone. But if you really want this, just know, like, having big goals is going to be scary, but it's gonna be worth it if at the end of the day, if that's what you really want to do, like it's gonna be such a rewarding experience and there's gonna be ups and downs. And I'm sure I'm not done with the downs. I'm sure there's gonna be more moments where I'm gonna be questioning like life, but it's these moments make it worth it and just the people that I meet and the people that I surround myself with and that I get to train with and just like know make all of this worth it. So yeah.
What does it mean to you to see kind of Team USA across your chest? I mean, talk
Oh,
about that.
I I don't know. I feel like I went in shock or I blacked out whenever I walked in the the team processing room. They go through all these steps from like booking your travel to like trying on your uniforms and like choosing like going through all like the allergies and like all the medical stuff. It was definitely overwhelming, but in the best way possible. Like I wish I could relive that moment, but we caught it all on video. What's it called? Yeah, I am just, trying it on. I definitely went into the changing room to like try different sizes. And I had to like actually stop and look at myself and be like, wait, what am I doing? Is this real life? Like I had like a little pinch me moment. And I feel like I keep having those moments, but I'm trying to like have space for that, but also not let it turn into imposter syndrome because I think that it can turn quickly into that. And, you know, I I want to believe in myself and want to continue with that trajectory that we're having and like, yeah, just enjoy the moment, but also be like, yeah, like I deserve to be here. I belong here. And, we're going to keep working towards bigger and better goals. So
You know, in these moments you're talking about, these accomplishments, it's led to you becoming an inspiration for a lot of local athletes down here in the Valley, a community that doesn't see this level of success. I mean, just what
yeah.
does it mean to you to be able to inspire the young generation in a community like the one we have down here?
Honestly, it's such an honor to like just represent the Valley at this stage. I got a few DMs and just like people reaching out from McAllen, from like my area and just the RGV in general that we're just like saying similar things and just saying like they're very happy to see somebody from their hometown represent like the United States and just it just makes me really emotional because it is such a big deal for me and to be able to like show some light into the RGV and like the talent in the RGV because there's so much talent and just seeing all the athletes that are, signing to college, like to D1 schools, like just in general, like who are continuing their running through college is just like I respect that so much and I'm just so glad that I can be a part of something so special and just I don't know. It's always nice to represent your hometown and have I've seen so much support and just heard so much from like my high school and just like the community that like fuels me to just keep doing what I'm doing and it just tells me that I'm doing something right and it's just very I don't know, it's an honor. So,
You've accomplished a lot, from your college,
oh, thank you.
now at the professional level. Heading to China in a couple of weeks now. I mean, what's kind of next for you, or what's kind of the next goal in mind for yourself?
Yeah, well, right now we have around 2.5 weeks to just like tune up and do last minute things in practice. So I'll be here in Seattle practicing with my teammates still, um, and just enjoying a little bit of like no traveling before China. So that'll be nice. And then after Worlds. We'll take a little bit of a downtime since the season will be longer than previous years. It'll go down to until mid-September, I believe. That's when outdoor championships will be. So just resetting and then starting up the season again. Outdoor season's coming up. We'll do some races in LA and just planning out my outdoor schedule. So that'll be fun too. Then we'll have USA champ outdoor champ. So, competing for a spot again, it's not gonna be easy, but I mean, it's gonna be worth it at the end of the day. So I'm just excited to be healthy and racing healthy and in the right headspace. I feel like that's a major change I've seen in this past year or so. I'm just so happy training with my teammates, with my coaches, with surrounding myself with people that bring me so much happiness. And I just a coincidence or it's just like a, happy result or side effect, the fact that I'm like that's bleeding into my training and that's bleeding into my competition. So I'm just, yeah, I'm just so happy right now.